Malinda is one of our wonderful laundry partners based in Dubbo, New South Wales. Thank you so much for joining us today, Malinda.
Thanks for having me, Susan.
So tell us, for everyone who might not know where Dubbo is, or maybe they live overseas and they're not quite familiar with just how big Australia is and how regional some of our locations are, tell us all about Dubbo.
So Dubbo is actually in New South Wales, in the central west, so we're sort of bam smack in the middle, about 4.5 hours from Sydney. Quite a fair way from Brisbane, but could still drive there in a day. And yeah, we're very well known for our very big zoo we have here, which is a lot different to the one in Sydney. So all our animals free range here. Yeah, it's quite actually very impressive, and it's getting bigger. So we actually had, what people don't know is what's his name? James Packer's father. So he actually was behind. What was his name?
Jerry Packer.
That's it. He was actually behind our zoo opening. So he was a big part of the fundraising that happened for that. So that's one fun fact I do know about.
One fun fact. It's world famous, isn't it, the Dubbo Zoo?
It's wonderful. Like, I just you know, we don't go there a lot, obviously, because we live here, but I do a membership every year. I always have a membership, so even if I get out there once a year, it's worth the membership. So for sure. So and it keeps supporting the zoo as well. So we're big. We've got about 3 McDonald's here. We've got another one being built. I don't know why we need so many, but they are constantly busy. And we've got another big bridge being built at the moment to get the west side connected to the rest of Dubbo. However, it's a little bit controversial. It's not exactly in the best spot, so I'm gonna sit in case Dubbo Regional Council's watching.
You never know who's watching. So you've been a laundry lady with us since 2024, is that right?
Yeah, which is crazy. I was only trying to think of that the other day, and I'm like, oh, it's a bit over a year. And I'm like, oh no, hang on, that's a bit longer. So yeah.
And so what made you want to join Laundry Lady? How did you find out about us?
I saw you on Shark Tank.
Ah.
I did, and I watched. I love watching Shark Tank, but I was watching that particular night, and it's funny. I'd only had a conversation with my husband probably maybe 2 weeks before, and it was that my retirement job was going to be ironing for people, and I went, you know what? That's my dream job. I love ironing. I iron everything as it is at home. So my mum's appalled that I iron tea towels, but they sit in the drawer so much better. Why wouldn't you? And it takes a second. It really takes a second. But that was my dream job. And then all of a sudden I see you on Shark Tank, and I'm like, you know what? Working corporate 5 days a week can be pretty full on. And I'm just at a different stage in my life where I don't want to climb. I don't want to be anyone's boss. I don't want to be in charge of anything, and I want less responsibility. I know it sounds crazy, but I think that you're either that person that's really, really, really career driven or you're a family person, and I'm a family person, and I'm just like, you know what, as much as I love where I work, I love the people I work for, I just wanted to be at home. And I thought to myself, why can't I start this now? Why can't I do my retirement job and start it now? So I actually started that while I was still working full time to build up a bit of clientele. My branch I work in for my bank, our bank were formerly owner managed banks, so, and they all went to corporate. Once I got the notification we were going to corporate, I did try to quit, I'll be honest. It didn't work out so well. It was just like, no, no, you can't quit. I'm like, oh, I want to quit. And they're like, no, what about just a couple days a week? So we compromised, and I work Monday, Tuesdays at my bank job, and I do the rest with Laundry Lady. But I did it, I think, for 6 months. It would have been a good 6 months, probably even more, that I did full-time work and Laundry Lady, and I had all my availability just so I could build up a bit of regular clients. I had that available 6 days a week. So didn't mean I was getting 6 days a week work here. Dubbo's finicky. I think I'd spoken about that at the very beginning. It's a funny little town. Like, you would think that being the only one here I'd be flat out. But you know, it took a little bit to build up, and now word of mouth, I find it's been really good. So yeah, and I love the flexibility. So I have had one busy month just gone, and haven't always been available to take on extra work. So service on my regular clients, and the beauty is I can turn off the calendar so I don't get any more, and what days suit me, and I absolutely love that it gives me that flexibility. I don't have to go and ask permission to go, hey, I am not available. It's all up to me. So yeah, I love that part.
That's awesome. And so so you're still doing 2 days at the bank and doing this in the other days. And so how many customers would you service in those 3 days or over the weekend?
My regular clients. So I think some are fortnightly, some are weekly. I've probably got about 5 recurring regulars that come and sort of go. I've got other ones that just book in as they need, but they're returning customers, constant returning customers. I've had once-offs and thought, maybe they're not coming back. And you know how you kind of think, did they not like the service? What's going on? And then all of a sudden you'll see them book back in again. So it's just for the fact that they book in when they need help.
When they need it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's it. You know, we have those very different types of customers, the ones who really need it on that weekly or fortnightly basis, and then the ones who just every so often, you know, might just need a bit of extra or just catch up on their ironing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And fit that in. And so do you have like more washing than ironing, or do you have a bit of a balance of both? How does that
I have a really good balance of both. And at the moment I've got one business customer that does both. So I wash and iron for her. So I've got another customer who's just an ironing customer, but every now and then she'll flick me a message and go, do you mind if I chuck a bag of washing in with the ironing this week? And I'm like, nope, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, it's a good balance. And I don't do pickups until the afternoon. I find that because I work Monday, Tuesdays, come Wednesday morning, I am just like, can't function. Brain's dead. Even though I'm probably up first thing, it takes a bit to get going. By Thursday, I'm up at the crack of dawn. I'm absolutely fine. But Wednesday, I don't know why. Wednesday just seems to be the day for me where I'm just like, I need to sit with my coffee for a bit.
Yeah, you just need that bit of downtime in between jobs to be ready to.
I find when I do get home Tuesday nights, after I pick up on a Tuesday night after I finish work, I'll go and do my pickups. And then I'll get home, and if there's washing or there's ironing, I'll get a head start on it so I know that my Wednesday isn't so stressful. So, and then some weeks are quieter than others. So, and I don't mind, like I take the good with the bad. So, and I don't mean that busy week is bad. I just mean that I know that I'm going to have my head down, bum up.
Yes.
Crazy ironing for that week and washing and making sure I get it done. So,
exactly. You've got to kind of take it when it comes and lean into it. And so do you have a lot of business customers as well?
Just one at the moment. I have put a few friends have put the sort of shared posts, Laundry Lady posts, you know, and I'll put a little bit of write up with it just to say, you know, available for business customers, things like that. But I do have quite a few friends that own hair salons from home and businesses. They pretty much all do their own stuff, but I have a massage client at the moment, which is really good. Yeah, and she's every week, and it's great. So I think that's really good. And to me, it's just one of those things. These things take time, and it's word of mouth really in Dubbo. So we went to, I'm trying to think, we went to dinner might have been last Friday, and as we were leaving, my husband's bumped into an old school friend of his, and she said, "Oh, what do you do, Mel?" I said, "Oh, I work at a bank, but I also am the laundry lady here in Dubbo." And she goes, "Oh, you're the laundry lady. I've heard all about you." And I went, "Oh, well, that was really nice." So quite a few people have said that. And also, well, I would say last year both my sons needed a solicitor for reasons not of their fault, but their solicitor actually said to them, something about, "What does Mum do?" And they said, "Oh, she's the laundry lady." And he went, "My wife was only talking about her last night. We really need to get booked in." So I've got to go and drop some flyers off, actually. So that would be really good. But every now and then I'll do a bit of a flyer dump, and just leave it at that. I'll also do a bit of a thing on Facebook where I'll share things. It just depends. Some of the community pages are really good, but the marketplace pages are a bit hard. So they take everything down. So it gets
different rules and things like that to follow. Yes.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And it's a fine line of how you go about it. I see other people posting, and I think, how are they doing that? And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do the community pages, and that seems to work really well as far as that's concerned. So yeah,
that's awesome, because we do lots of digital online marketing, which really helps to drive customers and build a brand, but getting out and doing all of those things on a local level, like handing out flyers and having magnets on your car, and just all that word of mouth, is so important to really build customers, and particularly in a more regional area like Dubbo, where it is going to take a lot longer than it might in a more populated area to
Even though
grow.
it's really populated here, it just takes a little while. It's a funny place, so yeah.
Yes, yeah. And so you've got two boys then? Is that how many children you've got?
I have two adult children, 23 and a 21-year-old. I am about to be in 2 weeks a grandmother, so crazy. First grandbaby, we're very excited. So so not only will I be a mum, I'll be a grandma too, so...
Oh, that's awesome. I feel like it just happens really quick, right? I was holding a friend's baby last week, and I was like, it just feels like yesterday that we were talking about, trying to have babies and do all this, and now it's like I'm trying to tell my 16-year-old what he should do with his life and teach him to drive. It's how it goes.
That's the fun part. Goodness.
Oh, it's fun.
I don't miss having to take my children in the car while they were learning to drive. That was a scary experience.
Very, very scary. And so do you think you're going to be a hands-on grandma? Baby's going to be dropped 100%. Off at your place all the time?
Yes. Laundry lady will probably be scheduled out on Fridays. We once the baby's a bit older, me and my husband have decided that I think Friday needs to be an N and Pop day for sure, and then we've already requested at least a week in the school holidays, so it's one of those things where I also look at the way my mum is such a fabulous grandmother. I can take a lot from her. She's a very present grandmother, and it's funny, she lives nowhere near me. She's in Adelaide. All my family is in Adelaide, but my mum was probably one of the most present grandmas you can be, even though she was so far away. She was constantly in contact, and the boys had no doubt in their mind that she loves them. And then we did have another set of grandparents here, and it was different. I think we had expectations of how it was going to be and how it was, and I know that you can think of it in a negative sense or take a lesson from it, and you go, you know what, and I think it's a learning curve, and I think that I know who I want to be as a grandma. So yeah, I want to be able to spoil them, and that will come through earning lots of money with Laundry Lady. and also having that nice balance. So I, if once my grandchild starts school, I can schedule days where I can go and watch things at school and things like that, and Grandparents' Day, and I cannot wait. So and it feels different, I think, than being a parent. It's a whole different feeling, and I know that once he's here, it's going to be different again. But yeah, he's probably half the reason for some of the renos in my house at the moment. So.
Well, you can be like what I was like when I was a laundry lady. I had my newborn baby in my car with me, and I'd do my pickups while he was sleeping in the car, and everyone would come out and have a chat and want to see him and see how much he's grown. So maybe you can have your grandbaby in the car with you when you're doing some of your pickups.
Yeah, well, I have a child seat ready to go.
Ready to go.
You just have to move the hanging clothes to this side. That's all. So it can work.
You just have to get you a branded little baby suit, and you'll be sweet.
Yes, we are actually. That's a really great idea, because we already have gone and bought a little track suit. My husband runs a boxing gym, so he's getting that done up. So I might have to get. My mum's pretty handy on the quilting machine, so she has an embroidery machine too, so she might have to put a little laundry pad thing on.
Cute.
That's an idea for the marketing team.
Yeah,
baby outfit.
Love it. And so how did you go from, being in that corporate environment, being in an office, being at a computer, having that kind of face-to-face customer service type of role into, being at an ironing board all day and those kinds of things? So how did that feel for you?
Great, because it's my chill time. I still have the best of both worlds. That's what I love about it. And I think a lot of people have asked me, why have I kept my bank job? For now, I look, I probably will give it away eventually, but for now, it's got a lot to do with the fact that I love working with the people I work with. I've worked in other businesses before, for other corporations, some very toxic environments, unfortunately. I actually work in an environment where it's fantastic. I don't whinge about going to work because I work with the most fabulous people. Also, the job is as exhausting it is in the 2 days I'm there. I feel that it keeps your brain nice and alive. And I did speak to you earlier about horrible technology. I drop a few F-bombs before the doors open because tech won't work for me, but I still want to be there, you know what I mean? So for now, I will keep that going, and I think it's really important to keep your mind working. But on my other days, I get to enjoy ironing, slowing down a little bit. It's not always slow, I can tell you. Some days I haven't got time to do anything. So
have to iron fast.
Yeah, well, I got a phone call from my son yesterday. I don't know why you don't take your lunch to work with you when you work out of town, but anyway, so he calls me, Mum, can you bring me some food out? Like, I'm really hungry and I haven't got a drink. And I'm like, you know what? Any other day I would. I really need to get this stuff done because I had to keep moving my ironing board places yesterday because of work in the house. I was just like, it's taken up so much time that I'm now really, really behind. I can't leave this ironing board. No, not happening.
I love that the conversations don't change when they're in their 20s, because my boys are just, that was my whole morning was, I forgot my water bottle. I didn't make any lunch. Mum, can I have money?
Yeah. Mum will fix it. So
yes.
Yeah. And if it's not Mum, it's Dad. Dad's for different reasons. Mum's for the things like the food and whatnot, and Dad's like, Dad, can I have money? So yeah. Mum says no to that.
So when you are ironing, what are you doing? Are you listening to something or watching TV? What are you doing?
Sometimes it's just I'm not even watching, or I've just got background stuff on. I find once you get into a really good role with things, you're not concentrating on anything. Your mind actually kind of shuts down. It's nice. It's nice. I have, and I say this for everything, if I want a background TV show on or something like that, but I don't want to have to concentrate, I put Bridget Jones's Diary on every single time. I've watched it 1,000 times, and it doesn't matter how many times I put it on. I still enjoy the little things that I might see on it. Otherwise, I've just got it as background because it's, I don't know, it's always been my go-to. Bridget Jones, every single time.
Bridget Jones. Mine would be Twilight, I would say.
Oh,
yeah.
I have to show you my Twilight collection.
It can be quite meditative, can't it, ironing? Like, you know, I know people tend to hate it, which, you know, we're happy to come and help them. That's what we're here for. But, you know, for us who have been laundry ladies or lads, or still are, it's, you know, it can be very meditative, and especially when you're doing a lot of it all at once, and you're getting paid for it. It's a different feeling to when you've got to rush and do a shirt because you're rushing out the door. But when you're doing, you know, a whole lot of them all at once, it can be really very meditative. You get into the process of doing it, you get deep in your thoughts, you know, all of those kinds of things.
Yeah, I think you can just tune out, which is quite nice sometimes. I find, and I don't mean these sorts of podcasts, but I was listening to some podcasts, like murder ones and things like that, as you do. And then all of a sudden I'd be like, what are they talking about? Because I've already just tuned out. Like, my brain has gone to nothing. I'm not thinking about anything. I was just ironing, and then I've turned it off because I'm like, I got lost halfway, or I tried to listen to an audio book or something. So that's pretty much probably why I'll put Bridget Jones on, because I already know what's happening. So if I'm not looking at it, I can at least look back up and go, oh yeah, she's just made a mess in the kitchen again. So
yeah, I tend to do that too. I try to listen to audiobooks when I'm driving, and then I find I've tuned out and I have to rewind and listen to it again and go back, and I'm
a better reader as far as concentrating than I am for listening to audiobooks, for sure. So I've got a big LED like light lamp that you lay under, and it's got like different light therapy colors, meant to be very good for your skin. And I thought, whoa, I'll listen to the Harry audiobook. I have no idea what that was about, because I felt like his voice is really good to fall asleep to, if that helps. So
that's funny. And so have you got any cool stories about customers that you can share with us? Any fun?
I can't remember if I got to and shared on our Laundry Lady group page the other day, but I went to go and drop off my regular weekly customers ironing, and she's got a bulldog. I love Rosie. She is just the greatest little bulldog. Anyway, there she is. She normally comes running when I walk through the door. This particular day I've walked in and I'm like, oh, hello, Rosie. She didn't come running. They've got this massive big screen TV, and she's up on the couch. She sort of looked at me, looked away, and kept watching telly. So I had to snap a shot of her, but I was just like, my goodness, your dog is the
good guard dog.
Yeah, she's. I just walk in. That's one place I do know that I can go in and out of. We have a very good trust there, and of course I've got the gate, the code to their gate, and everything like that. So if they're not home, their door is open for me, and I go in, deliver their ironing, drop everything off, give the animals all a pat, you know, that's the important part, and on I go. But yeah, this day Rosie was like, I'm watching telly, and it was Married at First Sight reruns on telly. She was not missing it. So
Rosie's favourite TV show, Married at First Sight.
That's like, what are you watching, Rosie? Yeah, that's it. So
and what do your boys think of you being a laundry lady? Do they still bring you their washing? Are they still living at home, or are they...
I've got one that lives at home still, so he's 21 now, and you know, after a while, even though they're still at home, I'm like, I've got so much to do now that I'm a laundry lady. And I used to find he would do his own washing, but all the washing would find it into my ironing pile. And I'm like, right. So one day I thought, enough's enough. This is like literally I've just spent an hour and a half doing just his ironing. So I got to and I folded it all nice, put everything on hangers. I got a little invoice book out. I had one of my husband's old invoice books and I just added it up. I took the delivery charge off, obviously, because we're still in the house, and I sat it on his pillow. He's never put his ironing back in the washing basket again. So,
Oh my gosh, I am going to do this at home immediately, because mine likes to take his and clean neatly, very neatly folded clothes and put it straight in back into the dirty clothes, because that's his putting it away. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to give him a little note of how much he owes.
I just invoiced him and I said, next time, I said, I'm going to put the washing charge on there too, because I at one point had to go and get stuff off the line just so I could use the line, and I'm like, we're going to get tough here. So I'm a tough mum. I'm a good mum. They will agree at some point. But I'm soft, but to a point. So if they've got something they really need to go to, they'll go to Dad, because Dad's a soft. He's a pushover. So he does. He makes out like he's the hard one in the relationship. But I tell you, no. I didn't have everything handed to me, and I'm not about to do that to my own children. So I think sometimes that's how you learn. You learn to stand on your own 2 feet. So
I love that.
Do that.
And so if you were to give some tips to a new laundry partner that was joining us, what would they be?
Don't panic about not having, a full roster in the first month. Don't panic, and if you do want to start and you've still got your other job and you're looking at start, you can do both at the same time just to build up clientele. I would definitely recommend doing that for a while. And you know what? And then you can slowly start, transitioning. It's not always going to be straight up. If you're already doing that sort of thing though, and you've got sort of a bit of a customer base, you can transition them over the laundry lady and go from there. But yeah, I think don't panic. It happens, and it happens organically sometimes. When I first started, I got within an hour, actually, I have to say, I was blown away. When my booking system went live for Laundry Lady, I was just like, oh, live, yay. Within an hour, I had a booking.
That's awesome. I love it when that happens.
That was crazy.
It doesn't always happen, but when it does, it's pretty cool.
No, and I thought, oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, I did. I had a little template wrote out already, make contact with brand new customer, and yeah, it's lovely. So, and I still get that person booking in recurring. So she's not a recurring customer, but she constantly books in when she's a bit behind. So, yeah, and I have a really good rapport with all the customers. So I feel like don't be afraid to ask your customers questions. And just have good communication skills. I think that's really important with your customers. And I have to say all my customers are really good. So we have a lovely relationship with each and every one of them. So yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, I think good communication is absolute key. So that's a really, really good tip to share with people.
Yeah, and then I have a few things on YouTube if you don't know how to iron a shirt. So
Absolutely.
I was like, I just did it because I couldn't upload it to the page, so now it's on YouTube for everyone to watch. So
we'll have to share those around.
I think my next one was how to use the Sheldon folding machine. So I'll have to bring, once the ironing room's all done, that might be the next one that'll pop up on YouTube.
Sure.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, we might have to come and check out the Dubbo Zoo one day because we're on the Sunshine Coast and our home, we're the home of Australia Zoo, so we just went and did some filming there, which was quite fun. So we might have to come to the Dubbo Zoo one day, check it out, and see how it compares.
We can go around on bikes and we're handing out vouchers together. So
that sounds so fun. We will plan that in.
You can do meerkat experience, feed the giraffes, go through a safari. I haven't done the safari thing yet. I think you go in the like in a truck, and I don't know if you go through the zoo pride lands or not. Like the lion pride land or not. I'm not. There's different stuff they've. It's just getting bigger, so it's really
amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us today, Malinda, and telling us all about what life in Dubbo is like and life as a laundry lady with us. And we really love having you with us. And thanks for the chat.
Thanks for being on Shark Tank so I could finally live my retirement dream. I really do enjoy it. It's one of those things that I can just continue to do. Right up until I'm an old grandma. So, yeah.
Oh, well, good luck with your new chapter of your life, becoming a grandmother as well. We look forward to hearing all about that.
We will. I may be wearing a baby strapped to my body, so might have to do some own OH and S safety.
You need them on your back as
a
little bouncer next to you.
I've seen those ones that sit up on your shoulder now, so I don't know.
You have to give us your tips when you're ironing as a grandma. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll chat soon.
Look forward to it.